Welcome back to Star Wars Rebellion, and I have a big correction here at the beginning of the episode. Yes, indeed. Last time we had Darth Vader in this system, we used Princess Leia, who's up here now, move into Ryloth and take a Star Destroyer and the AT-ST with her, land on Ryloth, and then end up subjugating the planet. Well, that's not going to happen because Darth Vader was here. You cannot move units out of a system that already contains your leader. And so instead, we would then have used Princess Leia over here, taking one of the AT-STs off Rhodia with the Super Star Destroyer, moving it over here, and plopping it down on Tatooine, which does not contain the Rebel base. So we still don't know if Ryloth contains a Rebel base. So there is that. All right, let's get back into the game here. We still have 4 leaders in the leader pool, and the Rebel Alliance has no leaders at all left in their pool. They have no missions left to go on. We have no missions either, but we do have 4 leaders that we can start moving ships around. We were trying to find the Rebel base, and there's no way to find out now if that's it. Unfortunately, I think I sort of messed it up because I moved units out without following the rules. So there, we fixed that now. So let's get moving. We've got 4 leaders, and let's continue on. Alright, so we got a little planet here, Dagobah, just sort of in the middle of nowhere. Let's go ahead and take our leader, Yularen, stick him down there. We'll take the assault carrier from Mustafar, there's no leaders in here, and we'll take an AT-ST and plunk it down on Dagobah, and we'll ask the question, is the Rebel base here? The answer to that is nope, no it is not. And so boom, another system that we know is not the Rebel base. Damn. Alright, we still have 3 leaders left to move around. Let's keep at it. Okay, let's take a little trip to Endor. So we're going to take Fen here, or Fel. I keep calling him Fen. It's Fel in here. We're going to take the assault carrier. We'll take the 2 TIE fighters, and we'll take 2 of the troopers here. This can carry 4, so we're good to go there. I believe, yes, it has a carry capacity of 4, so 2 TIE fighters and 2 troopers, and boom, we land on Endor. We're hoping this is the Rebel base. Is it the Rebel base? The Rebel Alliance says, nope, nice try. Please try again. So we fail once again to find the Rebel base, but we are really running out of planets where it could be. We have 2 more leaders. We have Piet and Tarkin left to move ships. So let's get out into the galaxy and move some more ships. Oh my goodness. Alright, way out here on the other side of the board, we're going to take Tarkin. He's going to move in here. And we're going to take the assault carrier here with 1 of the troopers and dump it down on Dantooine. There's no leaders for us here. We still have a subjugated planet because of our trooper. Is the Rebel base at Dantooine? Nope. No, it is not. Yeah, right. Okay, we have 1 leader left. Oh my god, so I guess we're gonna be moving final ships and troops somewhere and try and find that darned Rebel base. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, Piet says, you know what? We're taking an assault carrier into Dathomir. So the assault carrier comes over, we'll take the 2 TIE fighters with us. 1 of the stormtroopers dump it on the planet. We're still subjugated. Is the Rebel freaking base on Dathomir? And the answer to that question is nope. No, it is not. Oh, God. All right. Well, we're out of leaders in our leader pool. We're out of everything we can do. That is basically the end of the turn. So we're going to be getting into the end phase, the refresh phase. So we're going to zoom the camera out, and we're going to get to it. We have not found the Rebel base. This is actually not good. Alright, so we're at the start of the refresh phase, which means we return all leaders back to the appropriate leader pool. So I'm going to do that off camera. We're going to come back and look at the Rebel Alliance, what they have, and then we'll take a look at the Galactic Empire. Okay, so for the Rebel Alliance, they've got their 5 leaders. Of course, Mon Mothma is still captured on Megiddo. She was not rescued. So they've got Riken, they got the Chewie, they've got Landau, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Medine. So that's going to be the 5 leaders for the Rebel Alliance. Let's take a look at our roster. And yes, we have a butt-ton of leaders because we've got Yularen, Tarkin, Piet, Fel, we've got Darth Vader, Palpatine, we have the dark side Princess Leia, we've got Boba Fett, and we have Tage. So we've got 9 leaders. Unfortunately, we pretty much seem to have only a couple of turns left. We still have not found the Rebel base, which can only be one of, I think, 3 planets left that we've not gone to check out. Be Ryloth, Yavin, and where's the other one? Or is it only 2 planets left? I thought there was 3. Maybe there's only 2. Oh my god, Ryloth, Yavin. I thought there was one other one. There probably is. Anyway, we got a great pile of leaders. That was everyone moving back, retrieving our leaders. Now we draw missions. So each player draws 2 mission cards and discards down to 10. So we'll let the Rebel Alliance do that off screen, and we'll come back here, zoom out a bit, and we'll grab a couple more missions and see what they are. Alright, so let's grab a couple more missions for the Empire here and see what we're going to get. What do we have? We have Imperial Propaganda. We don't have this dude. Okay, attempt in any Imperial system. If successful, each system in this region that has Rebel loyalty becomes neutral. Oh, yes. I actually like that one. Collect Bounty. We got Boba Fett. Oh, man, this is very, very good. What does this do? Attempt against a Rebel leader. That is in any system. If successful, capture that leader, then move both that leader and this leader to the closest system that contains an Imperial unit. Alright, I'm not sure that's going to be the most effective thing to do. But that was drawing our missions. Then now we get to launch the probe droids. We're going to draw 2 probe cards, and let's hope we can narrow things down, although I think we pretty much narrowed it down so far. Alright, it's a big galaxy out there. We only have a couple planets though, so 2 off top the probe deck. The probe deck is still pretty thick. We're probably going to get places we already know about. Geonosis, we know, is not a Rebel base. And Ryloth, oh Ryloth, no way! So we know Ryloth is not the Rebel base. Oh my god, let's go and figure that one out. Well, there you have it. Ryloth is not the Rebel base, and I do believe now the only system left we have not got to is Yavin. That is the only system. So Yavin has to be the Rebel base. We know where the Rebel base is, even though we didn't find it, but now we actually definitively know where it is. And why did we have a subjugation marker here? Should have got rid of that, because that was the mistake up at Ryloth. Okay, we're continuing on. We draw an objective. So the Rebel player gets to draw 1 objective. Alright, so the Rebel player is going to draw 1 objective. And yes, indeed, this one, we do have an objective that they could have completed, and they will do it out of turn. Oh my goodness. So that is not the one they just picked up. Trust me, they had this one in their hand. They would have played it, obviously. Start the refresh phase, which we just started a few minutes ago, and I did some things and I shouldn't have. Play to gain 1 repetition for each destroyed system. We have the Kashyyyk system destroyed, so the Rebels are going to inspire some sympathy. So yes, they would have played this card. I apologize for doing that out of order. So the Rebel Alliance is going to gain an influence on the track, which leads right into the time marker moving. So yes, they would have, at the start of the refresh phase, the Rebel Alliance will get an influence on the track. And now we get to, so then we would do all the refresh things that we just did. So this was kind of out of order. Should have played that at the beginning of the refresh phase. Sorry about that. It is corrected now. And now the turn marker moves. So the turn marker goes right here, which means we have a construction phase, but we are dangerously close to the end of the game, which is nasty. So we're going to be doing some constructing, and a lot of it. Putting things in the queue. So I guess let's get to that now. Alright, so let's start with the Rebels. Let's start at the Rebel base. Yes, I'm going to use the blue beads. Boom! They're constructing. In Q1, they get to construct either an X-Wing, a Y-Wing, or Rebel transport, and then a Rebel trooper. So they're actually going to do a Y-Wing and a Rebel trooper in Q1. Alright, so let's fish out a Y-Wing and a Rebel Trooper and put them here at Q1. And yes, I'm using the same build Q for everyone. So where is my Y-Wing? There's the Y-Wing. So they're pretty convinced that we know where the base is, so it looks like they're going to possibly be beefing up defense. Alright, they have a couple of more systems where they actually have Rebel Alliance, so they get more to build yet. Alright, so over here in Ba the Wee, they have Rebel Alliance. So they're going to go ahead here and build, and they're going to be building 1 airspeeder in Q1. So let's go and put that in there. All right, airspeeder time, Q1. They still have one place left. And their final planet with Rebel Alliance is Ryloth, and they will be building a Rebel Trooper in Q1. So let's place it down. All right, another Rebel Trooper. So looks like they got a couple Rebel Troopers, a Y-Wing, and a Snowspeeder coming out, and now it is time for the Empire to build their massive amounts of stuff. All right, we're going to knock out 3 of Imperial places at one time. So we have Sulakami here is Imperial Loyal. We will be building an ATST, and that is in Q1, I do believe, ATST in Q1, and then up here at Kessel is subjugated. We'll be getting a Stormtrooper in Q1, and at Nalhutta is also subjugated. We'll be getting another Stormtrooper. So 2 Stormtroopers and ATST in Q1. And this is going to pile up. So we have an ATST and a couple of Stormtroopers. We're actually starting to run out of units. If you run out of units, you can't build any more of the units you run out of. All right, back to the board. We still have a bunch more places that are producing units for the Empire. And here we can get 4 systems in at one time. So let me see if I can get this all done and thought about. So we have, whoops, as I flip the tokens everywhere. This is a loyal system. We have a captured Mon Mothma. We are going to be getting a TIE Fighter in position 2. We will be getting an Assault Carrier in position 2 for Ord Mantell. In Mandalore, we'll be getting a Stormtrooper in position 1 because it's subjugated. And then Alderaan, we get another Stormtrooper in position 1. So basically 2 Stormtroopers in position 1. We get an Assault Carrier and a TIE Fighter in position 2. Alright, so we're getting our TIE Fighter and our Assault Carrier position 2 and a couple of more Stormtroopers in position 1. We are far from over. We have a lot of planets either subjugated or loyal to the Empire, so let's continue on with more production. Alright, this is kind of longish shot, but we're going to do 5 systems here at one time. We just have so many systems now taken over. We have a subjugated Rhodia. That's a Stormtrooper in position 1. We have Naboo subjugated, another Stormtrooper in position 1. We have Geonosis subjugated, that's a TIE Fighter in position 2. We have a loyal Utapau, that's going to be an Assault Carrier, and it would be an Imperial Star Destroyer, but we don't have any left, so that's an Assault Carrier in 3. And sitting here at Mustafar is loyal. We get a TIE Fighter and another Assault Carrier. We're down to 1 Assault Carrier in position 2. So let's get to the queue and put in what we can actually build from what we have left. Alright, so what this boils down to is a couple of more Stormtroopers. That's the end of our Stormtroopers in Q1, and we get a TIE Fighter, and we also get our final Assault Carrier in 2. We still have a bunch of places to do. We now only have TIE Fighters, ATSTs, and AT-ATs, and that's all we have left in our queue, or that's all we have left in our reserve. Way up here at Mon Calamari, which I almost always forget, we do have Imperial loyalty. We do not have any Assault Carriers left, but we'll get a TIE Fighter in position 3. Alright, we do have TIE Fighters left, so we're going to get 1 in position 3. Still have lots more places to do. Alright, we've got 3 more systems here to deal with, and I've got some more beads out. So at Bespin, we have subjugated Bespin, and we will be getting an ATST in position 1. Sullust is a bust because it has been sabotaged. And we also have Corelli here. We're going to get a TIE Fighter in 3. We don't have any Star Fighters, or Star Destroyers left. So a TIE Fighter in 3, an ATST in 1. Alright, so we get a TIE Fighter in 3. And we get an ATST in 1. We have 1 ATST left, 2 TIE Fighters. This is getting a little ridiculous, but we are nearing the end game. Let's see what else we have left. Alright, looks like we have 3 systems left. If I'm reading this correctly, with Malastar here, it's loyal to the Empire, if I get the beat on there. And we're going to get a Stormtrooper. We don't have any left, so we're not going to. And then we go over here, another loyal Imperial system. We'll get 1 TIE Fighter in 2. We still have them in an ATST in 2. So in 2 we get a TIE Fighter, ATST, And over here at Coruscant, we get a Stormtrooper, don't have it. So all we get out of this is an ATST and a TIE Fighter in 2. Alright, so we get our final ATST in 2 and a TIE Fighter. So we have 1 TIE Fighter left in reserve and 3 AT-ATs. That's it. I do believe I've caught everywhere for building. And so let me just double check that, and then we're going to slide everything off the board. So yeah, coming right up. Alright, so I've checked everywhere, I haven't missed anything. So we're going to do the Rebels first. They have 2 Rebel Troopers, a Y-Wing, and a Snowspeeder. Let's find out where they're going to put them on the board. Alright, so the Rebels realize that we know where their base is now, so they can only put 2 units here. They're going to put down a Snowspeeder, an Ice Speeder, Ground Speeder, Air Speeder, it's a Speeder, and a Y-Wing at the Rebel base, which is at Yavin, because we know where it is now. And they have 2 Rebel Troopers left, and they only have 1 location they can put them on, so they're going to put them there. And their 2 troopers are going to go here in Badawi. So they actually have 6 Rebel troopers there, but it's not their base. It's a long way in the middle of nowhere. So there it is that. All right, let's slide off the rest of the stuff down the queue for the Empire. All right, lots of sliding going on. We've got, oh my goodness, 2, we have 4, 5, we have 6 troopers, 2 ATSTs, 2 TIE Fighters, and 2 Imperial Star Destroyers coming onto the board. So we know Yavin is where we need to get to. Now we have to try and position all of this stuff where it's most useful. And then all of this is going to slide down into Q1. And this 2 TIE Fighters into Q2. Alright, let's figure out where we want to place all of this absolute pile of manpower and equipment for the Galactic Empire. Alright, so we know we're gunning for Yavin. That's where the base is located. So we're going to put an Imperial Star Destroyer down here at Mandalore, because it's 1 jump away. And we're going to dump in an ATST here. We're going to take it all and jump over there on our next turn. So let's put a beat in this system. We put our 2 units in here. We can't put any more. And then we're going to put 2 units down here. So we're going to put down an ATST on the planet, and we're going to put down a Imperial Stormtrooper down here. Oh, we can't put it here because there's no production. What am I doing? We're not allowed to do that because we don't have a populous system. Oh wow, let me rethink this. That's going to be an issue. This is the only thing that can go in there. Oh man, we're going to be in a little trouble here, I think. Well, here we are at Megiddo. I guess we can put down some transport. We'll put down an Imperial Star Destroyer, and we'll put down, oh gosh, I don't know, a TIE Fighter I don't know, we're too many turns away. I think we might actually lose this, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, that's it for that system. We can't put any more units in there, and we're going to figure out where the rest of our stuff's going. Alright, way up here at Salamakari, or Salomon Grundy, or whatever, we're going to put in an ATST, and we're going to put down a an Imperial Stormtrooper. And that's going to be 2 in that system. Alright, we still have 5 Stormtroopers and a TIE Fighter to place. Alright, I guess at Ord Mantell we'll put down a TIE Fighter and a Stormtrooper. So that's our 2 troops there at Ord Mantell. Oh boy, and we're also replacing units. And I guess we'll place a couple of Stormtroopers up here at Kessel, and that will complete placement up there. And yeah, we've pretty much placed everything we can place all the way along the borders. And so we'll basically have to go back into the interior a bit because we know where the base is, and we're trying to get our troops there as quickly as possible. And we'll throw a couple troopers on Alderaan. Why not? It's sort of close-ish. Alright, that's going to be all of our units placed. That's going to be the end of our episode for today, so we're going to zoom out and wrap up. Alright, that's going to wrap up our episode for today for Star Wars Rebellion. We've got the Death Star is actually it's two away, but that's going to be too late to get the Death Star over to Yavin and blow it out of space. So we're going to have to rely pretty heavily on a lot of wimpy units that can possibly get in there. We can take everything from here and move it into Yavin next episode, and then try and queue up as much as we possibly can for maybe another strike the next episode, if we can actually, get to it before the Empire or the Rebel Alliance wins the game. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. This is Star Wars Rebellion. We're playing as the Empire. We finally found the Rebel base. We have at most, I think, 2 turns to destroy all the units on it. As you can see, the Rebel base right now, they have 2 X-Wings, a Y-Wing, a Speeder, 3 Troopers, an Ion Cannon, and 2 Shield Generators. So they've beefed it up pretty good. So thanks so much. I'll see you next time for the continuation Star Wars Rebellion. We're playing as the Empire.